NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's the Jaguars going up against the Giants. Now let's head down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 14 matchup.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, Week 14 of the regular season, as we join you from Everbank Stadium.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms, and we're about to go live with our game matchup. It's an important game in some respects. No, the playoffs aren't going to happen in this case, but there's always that storyline about trying to build for next year and a little respect. How do you see it, Phil?
Well, I think you're right, Jim. You're in the National Football League for a reason, because you work hard at what you've done to get you into this league. So you have great pride, and that pride will show in here today's game. I know it means nothing. They're not going to the playoffs, but you still want to win. You want to put on a good show, and you want to protect yourself and your salary for next year.
So that means Dwayne Harris will be back for the opening kick. And with that kick, we're underway. Harris not going to test the coverage this time as he takes a knee. So we've got a young quarterback with some experience stepping onto the field today for the first time.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent, and it's just a matter of time until he takes that experience and matches it with all of his talent and becomes one of those guys that we say, hey, the game is going to hinge on him. I think he's very close to that.
First down at the 20. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one.
Well, if you want to be a good play-action pass team, it's always nice to have a good running game. Make the defense dig in and try to stop your run. When they do that, you fool them. You fake it, you throw it down the field. That's about as easy as it gets.
The Giants snap it at the 41. Luzny's all over that offense and brings it down.
The Jaguars guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got in the backfield and made the tackle.
The Giants all bunched up here as they get set at the line. Gary Barnidge hauls it in.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
Now 1st and 10. The give. Ball is out. This one's going back the other way. And now we've got a young quarterback about to head onto the field for the first time today.
Jim, this guy's he's starting to inch his way up into that elite status, and he keeps playing solid football. So if he goes out here today and plays a good solid game again today, we're gonna start talking about him differently here in the future.
First down at the 48. Green's going to get it from the eye. Coming to the line right at the 50.
Get ready.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving them hand signals.
Here's a look at the Jaguars offense. This season, they rank towards the bottom of the league in rushing yards per game. The Jaguars now on third down. Just a week ago, they converted at a high rate in third down situations.
Third down and 8.
And it's a reception by Blackman.
I love seeing the post route against defenses that are up there being aggressive, trying to stop the run. You go down the field. How about that? Stick that foot into the ground, make that break at 10 yards, and run right down the middle of the field on that post route.
Draw. They tackle him for a loss.
The Giants' defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
Let's go.
Second and 13. And it's batted down.
Here's the Giants defense. They never got to the quarterback once last week.
Third down on the way.
The Jaguars will look to get to the 13 to pick up a first.
The quarterback motions the wide receiver.
Snapping out of the gun.
The quarterback taken down by Hankins.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on third down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on third down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
Puts it through the uprights. Needed plenty of leg on that one. That field goal gives them a leg up here midway through the first quarter.
Makes you feel really good about what you did during the week here. Anytime you can get points on the board early in a football game, it makes you think all that practice was worth it.
The Jaguars defense knocked the ball loose at just the right time. The last time they were out there, just when it looked like they were about to give up some points.
Oh, man, listen, what I love about this defense, they get a lot of guys around the football, and when you do that, one is hitting the carrier, and somebody else is trying to strip that football loose. The Giants running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards. Take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Loss of 2 on that play.
Second and 12.
And give that reception to A.J. Green. That's his first reception today.
Well, as you saw that receiver make the catch, I'll just say this. You cannot throw the football enough his way. There's no such thing. When in doubt, you don't like anything, turn and find him and throw it to him.
The Giants come out in a jumbo set.
First and 10. Handoff. And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Second down coming up. Surveys.
Here's a look at the Giants offense. A lot of people thought coming into the year this would be one of the best rushing attacks in the league, but it's been very average to date. The Giants have to get to the 41 for a first. The Giants take it from the 28. Very nearly intercepted. This defense in the early going looks like a mighty feisty bunch here today, Phil.
Well, I think they thought coming into today's game by us talking to the coaches. They thought their defense was going to play well, and that was a good series that time by them.
Wilson's going to look for space now. Wilson's marked down after a gain of 9. That return's good for about 9. The Giants' defense on that last series may have taken some positives out of only allowing a field goal.
Well, listen, I think 3 is better than 7. No question about that when you're talking about the defense. But they got some corrections to make. I think they did it on the sidelines, and this time they're looking to go out there and get a 3 and out.
Intercepted! They bring him to the turf. That interception could certainly shift the momentum as they trail here in the first quarter.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you intercept a pass like that and your team is losing, man, that gives you a great lift. Gives your defense confidence, gives the football to your offense. We'll see what they do with it.
Here's the Jaguars defense. This is a group that's in the top 5 when it comes to getting to the quarterback. This is a group that knows how to change the game by its defensive pressure. The Giants approach the line, and they're going with their jumbo package. 2nd down and 5. Up the gut here. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a 1st down.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a 1st down. That's nice.
Let's go.
1st down at the 43. Leading on that running attack again here on 1st down.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
Double tight end formation. The Giants have it at the 39. Wants to go deep. It'll be 3rd down. The Giants have to get to the 33 for a 1st. From the gun. And he's taken down. This defense off to a terrific start.
Well, they call 3rd down the money down because you try to keep drives going. And right now the defense has all the money because they're the ones getting it done.
That beautifully executed punt now really will help out this defense, forcing the opposition to start the next drive inside the 10. The Jaguars' last possession ended somewhat painfully with an interception. You wonder if they're going to try to compensate for that mistake on this drive, Phil.
Well, sometimes when you have a mistake on the offensive side, it does make you get more conservative. Let's look at it from the defensive side. It was just a tremendous play. So sometimes in the NFL, that's going to happen where the defensive player is just better than the offensive player.
I know you had a lot of experience at this, but after you threw an interception, what was it like coming back out on the field the next time?
Well, I tell you, I tell all my teammates, be alert. You might have to tackle again because I'm going to keep firing it down the field. The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
The ball is knocked out.
Jim, when you look at drop passes in the NFL, it's almost always for the same reason. They take their eyes off the football, the receivers, just before it gets there. And when you do that, that little bit of lack of concentration will cause you to drop the pass.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Takes it from the gun. Heaving it down the field. He caught it. No one's going to get him now. The 20, the 10, going to take it home for the touchdown. Touchdown has them sitting pretty as the first quarter winds to a close.
Wow, you know, something sitting pretty, something that I've never done. But, you know, I do the best I can. That's all I can do, Jim. But, hey, the offense, the team, they're so sharp. What a job by them so far, and they got a nice lead here.
And the point after is good. The Jaguars getting set for the kickoff.